guys have ever been asked, where are you from? And shortly after, there has been a bit of a awkward silence because they're not really sure where that is or how to continue the conversation. Okay. It's nice to know we have a multicultural room. I already knew that though. So that has happened to me many times before, especially because I moved here when I was 12. Although I was born here in Miami Beach in the year 1988. It was August 14th, and we moved shortly after to El Salvador, which is where I consider myself from. That's where my parents are from. And until I grew up, we came back till I was 12. So when I was 12, I was here, and many people would ask me, what's my name, where am I from? And I would tell them I'm from El Salvador. And to be honest, it was always like, oh. And then they would kind of just drift off. And to be honest, I was always a little confused. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not from where you thought I was going to say. But most people are like, you don't look like you're from there. I've never met anybody from there. But as I grew older, I realized that a lot of people, obviously when you're young, you don't really understand the way the world works and geography and things like that. El Salvador is a small country, but from what I remember, I did have many fond memories. Let's say we'd have any kind of holiday, even if it was just a short weekend. We would climb a volcano. We would go hitchhiking. We would go to our beach house. Everybody there has their family house, which passes on through generations. There was also the lake we could go to, and many other things that were just very fun. We also have really good food. Many people would like to eat ethnic food, just not on the ordinary. They have tried our food. There's pupusas, there's tamales, and there's many other things, and they're all very delicious. They're very special. It's not like it's in a lot of countries. And I didn't really understand why nobody wanted to continue my conversation of where I'm from or whatever. But eventually I learned to overcome that. As I've grown older, I have learned that sometimes people don't really show much interest in where you're from because they just don't really care. But that's not the case for most people. That's just for people who don't really want to be worldly or educated. But most other people, I have learned that you can get them involved in where you're from and ask them, where are you from? Well, these are the similarities, or let them know the good things, the positive things, because it's always important to promote your country, I think, because first of all, it's good for their economy, for the tourism. Also because most people know that El Salvador is a very dangerous country, which it is. It has the biggest gang, I think, probably the most worldwide spread gang. But that's just a small part, and when you live there, you actually can't really tell much unless somebody you know is kidnapped or who knows, but that's not too common per se, and that does happen in a lot of Latin American countries. Also, I think many people don't know where El Salvador is because it is in Central America. South America is more well known, Colombia, Venezuela, but El Salvador is in an area that's a little secluded, I guess, next to Mexico. That's what I tell most people. And well, there are a lot of very nice people there. There's high class, there's low class, but just in general, people think that everybody there is third world country, but the people who don't move here are the ones that are actually happy living there. They have their business, their roots embedded, and well, that's why they don't move here. But a lot of people that do move here come and, well, some of them are legal, some of them aren't, depends. Some come to study and they travel the world. But my point is that I like to educate people as to, where El Salvador is, the good things about it. I think it's really important. And also I have learned a very valuable lesson. That is, when I speak with people and ask them where they're from, they tell me they're from somewhere a little bit weird or unknown. I do show interest, and it's not a fake interest. It's just an interest that I have learned to come upon, because I do think that some countries might not be famous or popular, but there might be hidden treasures all over the world.